it's not legal to text and drive, to our knowledge, there are no laws against broadcasting while driving. Here's yet another edition of the Hummer of Love.
Stay on the road, buddy!
On the Thrive Time Show.
Yes, 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 and yes. It is now time for yet another edition of the Hummer of Love Thrive Time Show. And on today's show, I want to talk about the power of positive people. The power of positive people. Tonight, we had a group interview at 6 o'clock. We had our interview we do every Thursday night at 6 p.m. up here. And I interviewed some of the coolest people ever. Just cool people. I mean, where have all these cool people been? This right here was an unbelievable crop of people. Now, we had approximately, I know we had over 100 resumes submitted this week, over 100 resumes submitted for the different positions at, Elephant in the Room or Shaw Homes or Total Ending Concepts or any of the partner businesses I work with or my own companies. And of those 100, 40 of the people actually showed up on time for the interview tonight. We had 41 show up on time for the interview. It never ceases to amaze me, but we had about 3 folks, we had 3 folks that, for whatever reason, couldn't quite figure out when it was or where it was or what had happened with, and so they're immediately disqualified. Now, they're not going to get a job because they just can't be on time. And that, it turns out, that's an important thing. But, so, we had, though, a really, really good group of people. And you might say, well, Clay, how do you know they're good people? Well, they asked unbelievably great questions today. In my group interview, I always open it up for people to ask me any questions about expectations, compensation, communication within the org chart, who their boss is going to be, the hours they're going to work, the pay they're going to have, the expectations of the job, the communication, who their boss is going to be, who's going to communicate with them, and the compensation, expectations, communications, compensations. I opened up for people to ask me any questions they want about the job, and we had people, almost 40 people asking great questions, dressing sharp, showing up on time. It was awesome. And I say that to encourage somebody out there because I know the statistics out there. If you're a business owner, the statistics show that 85% of job candidates are lying on their resume, according to Inc. magazine. 85% of candidates are lying on their resume, according to Inc. magazine. And 75% of candidates are stealing from their job, from their workplace, according to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. 75%, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But there are great people, and that's why Elephant in the Room does so well, our men's grooming lounge. We have happy people up in that place. And when you hire happy people, yes, it just works. The systems work. To quote Maya Angelou, the best-selling author and legendary playwright, nothing works unless you do. But to put that in the context of being a business owner, yes, nothing works unless you do, but also nothing works unless your people do. No thing works unless your people do. And I was just so blown away by how many good people there were tonight. And I only have for my companies 2 openings tonight. I only have 2 openings. But I found tonight at least 20 people tonight that are sharp. And so if you're in the Tulsa area right now, I'm not sure when you're going to get this show. I'm recording this show here at 7. I'm recording this right now at 7:43 p.m. here. I'm going to try to pump some gas, by the way. I'm going to try to pump gas while doing a podcast. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe my phone will cause the gasoline to ignite or something. I don't know. But, we've got 20 people right now who are ready to go, who could fill in any slot at any company. And you might say, well, Clay, how do you know they're good people? Well, I told you they ask great questions. But you said, yeah, but they ask great questions, but what else? Listen, homies, they put off great energy. We all know this, right? But the mind is what the mind is fed. The mind is what the mind is fed. That's a thing we know. But we also know this, that whatever somebody has in their heart manifests themselves through the way they look, the way they interact, the way they hang out. By the way, my Hummer has a new feature now where it's, Betsy's got, let me check here the mileage on this thing. Betsy's got 200,000, plus miles on it, on her, my vehicle here. And Betsy's new thing is she no longer wants to accept gas. Yeah, Betsy has 208,859 miles. 208,859 miles. 208,859 miles. And Betsy just doesn't really want to take gas offerings. So I try to fill it up, fill her up with gas. I've got the pump going on here. She will reject it at a certain point. Listen to the gas. See that? I turn the gas, push the trigger, pumping, and as I'm pumping, I'm getting pretty close to the gas pump thing, so you can hear the audio. And I'll read the warning label. It says, warning, improper use may cause a hazardous condition. Refer to posted warnings. Avoid hazard, remain at nozzle. In case of fire, do not remove nozzle. No smoking cigarettes or flames. Licensed drivers only. Do not top off.
I bet you I could pump this gas if Bob Ross was here.
And begin pushing, then slightly downward. Look at that. All you have to do is sort of wiggling it. See? Wiggle it. Wiggle it.
And, she's taking the gas. Look at it. I bet you this is the only podcast you're ever going to hear where the host is pumping gas. I mean, find me another show out there where the host is pumping gas and driving home while doing the show. That's the kind of dedication I have here for you. But again, we're saying, well, what kind of things, Clay, do you look for in people? How do you know they're a good fit? Well, let's go through the 4 E's and the P. All right, the 4 E's and the P. If you haven't listened to this show before, maybe you're new to the Thrive Time show, just know I always cite what I say so you know that what I'm saying is true. I always cite what I say so that you know that what I'm saying is, in fact, the way. So I told you 75% of employees steal from the workplace, from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and CBS News report. 85% of employees lie on their resumes, according to Inc. magazine. I've told you those facts. And I'm going to tell you the facts about the 4 E's and the P. You see, the 4 E's and the P are the system that was designed by Jack Welch. And you might say, well, who's Jack Welch? Well, Jack Welch was the number one CEO in American history. At least it's arguable by many he was during his time. He grew GE, or General Electric, the company famously started by Thomas Edison. The guy who invented the light bulb and recorded audio and recorded sound, Thomas Edison, he started General Electric. And Jack Welch kick-started the growth of that stagnant company. The company was stagnant. It hadn't grown in a long time. And it was just kind of idling, barely making it, kind of lost at sea. And Jack Welch grew that thing by 4,000%. 4,000%. That's a big number. Yeah, it is a big number. 4,000%. That's a huge number. Right? I mean, 4,000%. That's a massive number. I think that's a massive number. It is a massive number. I think it's anyway, you get the idea. So Jack Welch grew the company, and he said that the things he looked for in his people were the 4 E's and the P. Well, Clay, what are the 4 E's and the P? Do I have to judge people? Yes, you have to judge people. But I was told I shouldn't judge people. By broke teachers. You have to judge people. It's called discernment. I mean, you got to judge people. You got to have like a radar up that lets you know whether they're good people. So let's talk about the 4 E's. E number 1. Do people put off, give out good energy? Period. If somebody puts out, gives off, emits, showcases bad energy, get them out of here. Man, I've had some family in my life that have emitted some bad energy, and I hired them. Why? Because I'm a recovering jackass. For years, I had no idea what I was doing. I kept trying to hire people and try to fix them. You know that move where you date the guy that he can't possibly get his life together, but you're going to be the one to fix him. You've dated the girl, she's attractive, but she's got some problems, and you're going to fix her. No, you're not. According to Dr. Zellner, my partner, he always says people change seldom. Look up Proverbs. It talks in Proverbs at great length about a companion of fools, right, shall what? Experience harm. And a companion of wise people shall what? Do well. They're going to do okay. So right away, do they have a good energy? We had so many people putting off good energy, dudes and ladies putting off good energy. It was awesome. I didn't want to leave. I'm like, yes, these are my people. These people are great. These people will show up to work on time. These people will not talk back. These people are coachable. These people are approachable. These people are sober. These are good people. Sober people. Good, sober people. These are nice people. People. Great people. The power of positive people. Hire people with great energy. 2, second E from Jack Welch, the CEO who grew GE by 4,000%. 4,000 what? Percent. 4,000%. Right. Second E. Execute. Man, these people got it done. I asked them to fill out a questionnaire and they did it. And they wrote nicely with a nice pen. They wrote nicely where you can actually read the words they were writing down. They were executing. People that execute can show up on time. They understand the space-time continuum and the complexities of geographically relocating a vehicle from point A to point B on time. People that cannot be on time, can never be on time. You know who they are. I'm riding in the car with them right now. What do? I don't know what to do. Stop listening to this show with people that are chronically late. When you, to quote John D. Rockefeller, he talks about this. He says, no man has the right to occupy another man's time unnecessarily. No man has the right to occupy another man's time unnecessarily as a result of being late. Don't be late. These people were on time and they got the worksheet filled out correctly and they wrote nicely. They could execute. And the people that can't figure out what to do on the worksheet are the kind of people that won't be able to get it done. They have great energy and they can execute. Pop quiz. E number 1 was what? Energy. Pop quiz. By the way, you get 2 mega points. Pop quiz number 2. These people could execute. Right. Okay. Now, third E, as we talked about the power of positive people. Third E is these people had the edge. The edge? Yeah, the edge. The edge? Yeah, the edge is when you can make the tough call. You can ask the tough question. You can really showcase what you can do. When you ask people in a group interview setting if they have any questions, the kind of person that doesn't ask any questions or doesn't want to ask any questions is the kind of person that doesn't have edge, because they fear they fear being criticized. You want to deal with people that have edge, people that have good energy, people that can execute, and people that have great edge. What was the first E again for 5,000 mega points? Energy. The next is execute. The third is edge. Now the fourth E, energy, execute, edge. These people could energize other people. Sounds a lot like energy. No, it's different. These people could energize other people. These people have a connective, it's like an energy that connects people. It's like a force field they put out of positivity. You can sense the vibrations around them. They're the frequency with which their mind is operating. That there's a certain glow in them. Their eyes, you just sense there's a sense of urgency, expectation, and motivation, and it's all there. They have this energy, this expectation, this motivation, they have the fire of the desire that is required. They want it. They need it. This is what they do. This is not an act for them. They put out good energy, so good, in fact, they energize other people. That's why I didn't want to leave. The interview is unbelievable interview, unbelievable, great people. These people could really, really energize other people. Now, the P, yeah, 4 E's and a P. Was Jack Welch into urine? I don't know if Jack Welch was into urine, but I can tell you there's 4 E's and a P. P stands for passion. Does the person have the kind of passion needed to record a podcast after 7:30 on a Thursday night after they've been up since 3 in the morning while pumping gas? I mean, does the person have the kind of passion for the job where they want it? You can just sense it. Do they have a passion for life? Not just a passion for the job. They don't have a passion for the job. They have a passion for life. They want to be alive. They want to dominate, win, grow, succeed, elevate. They want to get it done. They want to get things done. They like to win. They like winning. You can sense that. And you say, how can you pick up all of that? How do you know? How do you know who these people are? Well, I open this invitation to you. If you are a client or a conference attendee, you can always come on a Thursday night at 6 p.m. to watch me recruit the people that know how to win. You can always come shout at me on a Thursday night at 6 p.m. to watch me recruit people that win. Because when you win, the fun begins. Winning is fun. It's fun times, good times, blasty blast, laser show, fun, winning. You know what's not fun? Losing. And you know who causes losing? Losers. Let me repeat the 4 E's. Energy. Great people have great energy. Bad people, low energy. I'm more introverted. That's fine. Be introverted. Make less money. Oprah, top TV personality, makes more money. Good energy. Steve Jobs made money. Good energy. Elon Musk makes money. Energy. LeBron James puts off energy. Good energy. Makes money. Introverted. Quiet guy. Never talks. Introspective. Not going to work. Now, what? Yes, I'm introverted too. I spend a lot of time by myself on the weekends, but when I'm around people, I have to get it done. Every interaction with humanity is showtime. It is go time. It is pro time. It is go time. It is show time. It is pro time. Pro time. That's what you do. Every interaction with people is a show time. So come to a group interview Thursday night at 6 p.m. Be there. It's ladies' night, or it's guys' night. It's a great opportunity. You can learn. You can watch it. If you're a client or a conference attendee, you can come to it. If you're not, then come to a conference and learn more about how the group interview works. Listen to my podcasts where I actually played audio from a group interview. I don't know what I need to tell you, but this is such an easy thing once you learn it. But if you hire low energy people, you're going to lose. Don't hire your son or your daughter if they're low energy. Stop. Don't hire a associate pastor that's low energy. Don't hire a manager that's low energy. What are you doing? Execute. Don't hire people that can't get the job done. All these nice people, they're a nice person. They just can't seem to get the job done. Well, I'll tell you what, they seem like a nice person, but they can't get the job done. I mean, what? Why are you hiring people that can't get the job done? Well, they seem like a nice person, and I go to church with them. I love that you go to church with them, but you can't hire people just because they go to church with you. Well, in my business, blood is thicker than water. I don't hire my son because my father hired me and his father hired him. Good. I don't know what that is. Don't hire low energy people that can't get the job done. Execute. The third, don't hire people that don't have the edge. They don't have the ability to say what needs to be said when it needs to be said. The people that are just so timid and afraid of ever offending anybody. They're the lord of political correctness. These people, which is the vast majority of people, are the people you shouldn't hire. What? Yeah, I'm saying these people, which is the vast majority of people, 85% of people, according to Inc. magazine, do what? They lie on their resumes. 75% of people do what? What do they do? You know what? I'm going to grab a beverage right now. Take a little sip, my water, while you think about that. 75% of people do what? At the workplace. 75% of people do what? Come on now. They steal from the workplace. And 85% of people do what? Lie on their resumes. 85% of people do what? They lie on their resumes. According to what? Clay, what study? Inc. magazine. 75% of people, what? Steal from the workplace. According to what? The U.S. Chamber of Commerce and CBS News. The vast majority of people do not deserve to have a job working for you because you want to be excellent. Consider this factoid for you, this little fun factoid. This just in. 330 million people inhabit this great country we call the United States of America. 330 million people inhabit this great planet, this great country, this great place on the planet we call the United States of America. 16 million of which check the box on the tax returns and say they are self-employed. 16 million. However, according to Inc. magazine, look it up, 96% of businesses fail within 10 years. According to Inc. magazine. according to the U.S. Chamber, according to Forbes. I mean, every study you see shows that 85% of businesses fail, but Inc. shows 96%. Well, if the Inc. study is correct, and you can read it and look it up yourself to see if it's true. If Inc. was correct, then 96% of businesses fail. That would mean you have a 0.00193, repeating, 0.001% chance of being successful as an entrepreneur. 0.00193. That's 0.2%. So why is it possible that Dr. Robert Zellner and I have built 16 multi-million-dollar companies? Look these things up. Go to eitrlounge.com. Ask yourself, why is it successful? Is it because I'm smart? No. Is it because of my good looks? What are you talking about? It's because your connections. You're part of the Illuminati. No, I'm not. I mean, why does Dr. Z's bank Regent, bankregent.com. He owns a bank. Bankregent.com. Shh. Bankregent.com. Shh, don't tell anybody. Why is it successful? Why is my Make Your Life Epic marketing firm and coaching firm successful? Why is MakeYourLifeEpic.com successful? Why? Why? I don't know. Perhaps I know a proven system. Am I lucky? Well, if I'm lucky, that means I have like a 0.00193% chance of succeeding. And then the next time I have a 0.00193% chance of succeeding. And then the next time you start to add up all those variables, that's like 1 out of a trillion people. What, 1 out of a billion people? That's very few people build 15 successful multi-million-dollar companies. Very few people. Very few people. But why do I do it? Why did I build DJConnection.com? Look it up. Why was it successful? Look it up. I don't know. Why do clients like Coach? Why do they succeed? People like, ColawFitness.com or ShawHomes.com. Why did Shaw Homes grow from $40 million in sales, $37 million of sales, to over $80 million in sales? Why? Why do the heads of large commercial real estate companies like Canbar Real Estate, who used to own, look this up, Canbar, Kanbar, Canbar Properties, and my name, Clay Clark. Why do big companies like that hire me? They had that Canbar used to own 23% of downtown Tulsa. 23%. Why do they hire me? Why do great companies like OxyFresh bring me on to help them nail it and scale it? Why do great companies like OxyFresh have 400 locations? Why do some people nail it and some people fail it? I think, one, Maya Angelou is correct. Nothing works unless you do. But the second problem is nothing works unless your people work, which brings us to a conclusion. You got to look for people that have good energy. You have to look for people that have great energy, people that can energize others, people that can execute, and people that have the edge to make the tough call. But the final thing you got to look for is that P. You got to look for people with a passion. People with a passion to do more than just survive. That is who you want to hire. You cannot hire people that are content with barely making it. You want to hire people that want to thrive. People that want to dominate. People that want to succeed. Now, I know you want to succeed. That's why you listen to the show. But I encourage you, wrestle with what I told you today. Look up the stats. Look up the statistics I've shared with you, from 85% of people lying on the resume from Inc. magazine, or 75% of people lying on their, or stealing from the workplace, 75% of people stealing from the workplace. Look that up. Look up the statistics about, look up all the companies I've cited. Look up all the companies I've referenced on today's show. Look up living water irrigation and ask yourself, how are they able to grow from $300,000 of sales to almost $1.9 million of sales in 2 years, when most people don't grow, when only 0.00193% of businesses grow? Why are they successful? If you go right now and you go to thrivetimeshow.com and you click on the page that says testimonials, you will see there a long lineage of successful clients. You understand, I've been coaching clients since 2006 and 7. And my clients win. And they don't just kind of win. They win consistently. They dominate. And if you're out there today and you have not been able to win in some time, you need to get your body, you need to get your body to our next in-person Thrive Time Show workshop. Why? Well, one will teach you marketing, sales, branding, accounting, all the legal things you need to know. We answer all the questions there for you. But you're surrounded by winners and not whiners, people that have succeeded, people that record a podcast while driving and pumping gas, and now I'm in my driveway. People that are committed to doing whatever it takes. That's who you're going to be surrounded with. Do you understand, like 80%, typically 80% of the people who attend our workshop are the owners of successful multi-million-dollar companies? You tell me another room you're going to find like that. And check this out. The people sitting next to you who are these multimillionaires, the vast majority of them were not multimillionaires before the coaching. That's powerful. My name's Clay Clark. I encourage you to hire great people, because when you hire great people, there's a power there. There's something powerful. There's a power of hiring positive people. There is a power in hiring positive people. And I like to end each and every show with a boom, because boom stands for big, overwhelming, optimistic, what? Momentum. Big, optimistic, momentum. Big, overwhelming, optimistic, momentum. It stands for big, overwhelming, optimistic, momentum. You see, I believe in your big dreams. And I believe that there's an optimistic, I believe in that big dream you have. I believe in the overwhelming odds. But yeah, I believe despite the overwhelming odds, you have an overwhelming energy and a commitment. You're going to do it. I believe in optimism. That in the world of pessimism and negativity, that I believe in you. You can do it. And I know you have what it takes to build that momentum. So when you say boom today, really mean it. Let's bring the boom, Thrive Nation. And now, without any further ado, just loud enough so somebody thinks you're weird. Somebody thinks you're weird. Just loud enough so somebody thinks you're weird. Here we go. 3. I feel like my 3 start off kind of weak. Let me try that again. 3, 2, 1, boom.
And we're back. Thrive Nation, I wanted to bring on 3 incredible guests, 3 incredible employees who are on my team with one of my companies, the Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge. So that way you could meet them, listen to them, and know that it is possible to find really good people. It really is possible. We often talk about them on the show and how great they are, but I thought we need to capture as a great Christmas gift for you guys out there who are struggling to find great teammates, you business owners out there that struggle to find good people. We need to present and share with you 3 great members of the team. So team member number 1, Jordan, how are you? Welcome onto the Thrive Time Show.
I'm good. How are you?
I was excited to realize, I'm kind of scared too, but I was excited and scared to realize how strong you are. Today we do a kind of a tip matching thing from time to time, where the person who gets the biggest tips, gets an or wins an award or a bonus where their tip is matched. So if you got tipped 50, then we would match it. Thus, you'll get a total tip of $100. And there were 3 people this week that got tipped $50 because you're all doing a great job. And you won the arm wrestling competition. What was your strategy?
I've been working for about a year at the gym.
Really?
And it just paid off.
What gym do you go to?
I go to the Hub.
You do? So you're using the Hub membership?
Yeah, on Main Street.
Cool. So you like it there?
I do, yeah.
What time do you go?
I usually go from like 8:30 to like 9:30.
In the morning?
In the mornings, yeah.
Cool. And so you work out three days a week?
I was doing like 4, but now it's more like 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you changed your diet too, or what do you do? What's your move?
That's not very consistent, but
But the workouts are consistent.
Yeah, they are.
You're a powerhouse. I was disturbed and amazed at the same time. Now I want to ask you, because you've worked with us here at the Elephant in the Room for how long now?
3 years.
3 years. And I can honestly say this, you do a phenomenal job. The only time I've ever seen you get irritated is when people on the team are not doing a good job.
Right.
You don't like mediocrity. What is it like to work at Elephant in the Room, and how does it compare to other jobs you've had in the past?
It's a lot more positive. We don't have phones in the store, so that's really helpful. You're not stopping what you're doing to go answer the phone. Everybody works as a team instead of individually, so it's good.
What is the hardest part about working at Elephant in the Room? Like what kind of person should not apply to work with us?
Someone that's lazy, just because we, again, we work as a team, and if someone's not doing what everyone else is doing, then they're not going to be liked, or it's just not going to work out for them.
Could you describe the atmosphere of the stores and maybe what you like about it or what you don't like about the stores, just so that I can know?
Yes. I like that it's really chill, and everyone just kind of does what they do and minds their own business, and there's not a whole bunch of drama like in a salon.
Have you worked in a salon before?
I have, yes.
Was there a lot of drama?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Were there a lot of checklists in the salon that you worked in the past?
No, there wasn't any checklist. And again, we had phones in the store, so that made it stressful. And
Yeah.
Do you
like the checklists and the systems, or what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I feel like it makes it more organized, and then you can kind of you sign off, so you can see who's been helping and who's a teammate.
What about the membership model where we have recurring clients that come in every month? Do you like that? Do you not like that? What is that like to work in the hair industry where you have recurring membership clients?
Yeah, I feel like that's really helpful, just because even on a day where it's really cold or rainy, we still have consistent clients come in with the membership, and they come in once a month. So it just makes it to where they can keep coming in, and we don't have to wonder, are we going to be busy, are we not?
Now, I have one final question for you. What's been your highlight of working at Elephant in the Room thus far?
I feel like just the people that I work with, everybody is awesome. And before, when I worked in a salon, it wasn't like that at all. So,
well, I don't tell you enough, but I'll tell you here. You do an awesome job, and I appreciate
Thank you so
and
much.
don't go changing, and then don't get any stronger because it's scary.
Okay.
All right. Now I wanted to ask Carly. Carly, you've worked with Elephant in the Room now for how long?
Almost 3 years.
3 years, and you're like the lead trainer. By the way, just eat that microphone with a passion because it's so sensitive. Now, so how long? You said about 3 years you've worked with us.
Yes.
How is it working at Elephant in the Room different from the other places you've worked at in the past?
It's extremely consistent. We're constantly busy. And like Jordan said, we do have a call center.
Yeah.
And we're constantly booked.
We never stop recruiting, and we never stop our weekly meeting. And everybody asks me every week, do we have to have this meeting? And then why are we still recruiting? I get asked that every week by somebody. Why do we have to have this meeting? And why are we still recruiting if we're fully staffed? Could you maybe share with the listeners why you think that we never can stop the weekly meeting or recruiting people?
The weekly meetings, they hold us accountable for the things that we do throughout the week.
You're a really, really good trainer and really good at cutting hair. What is your deal? I mean, is it like a passion project for you, cutting hair? Is it more than a job? Is it a passion thing for you?
Yes, it's what I've wanted to do since I was like 13.
Okay. Well, what kind of person listening out here should not apply to work at the Elephant in the Room? What kind of person listening to today's show should go, nope, I would not want to work there? What kind of person would not fit in with us?
If they're not consistent and if they're not happy. If you're moping around, you're not going to stay.
All right. I want to ask Joel. I've got some questions for you, Joel. And if you need to adjust that microphone a little bit, you're more than welcome to. Or if you need to steal Jordan's stool or take Carly's, whatever you want to be. You're a man with a plan, and I trust that you have the technology and the drive to make it happen. You also have a beautiful beard. How long have you been growing that face mop?
37 years.
Wow. Now, how long have you worked with us at Elephant in the Room?
I'm coming up on my second year.
Why do you think we can't ever stop our weekly meetings and or always recruiting great people?
Well, like the girl said, it's consistency. It's awesome getting to meet up with all three of our locations, and, we all get to socialize. But, yeah, we're always doing competition between the three shops, getting some training in, everything.
I'm not looking for a praise report. I'm just looking for objective feedback. Working with me is kind of how I view it. I think we work together. What is that like, and how's it different than working with other bosses? Just so that I can get your take on that.
Well, you're hands-on. Again, we get to see you once a week. Honestly, the meeting to me, it's a pep rally. We get to, you're inspirational, but we get to joke around. We have a lot of fun. But yeah, it helps out just having you around in the shops and everything too.
Knowing there's mystery shoppers in every store every day, is that a good thing for you or a bad thing for you, knowing that that happens?
Honestly, I don't even think about it.
Okay.
I don't want that to affect my work. I want everybody to have the same experience, but yeah, it doesn't affect anything.
Now, we have some of our listeners. We have a conference next week where we have 302 people confirmed to be at the conference next. When you come in here next week, it's like the most you've ever seen here is like 125. So it's going to be crazy. And a lot of our listeners, they have a real problem with their staff because they don't have cameras up and they don't have call recording. So like in today's meeting, we have a member of the team who's definitely not following the scripts. I mean, it is epic. It is terrible. And what's interesting is that I know because I listen to the calls. So the other day I saw Jordan just mopping like a boss, just folding towels like a boss. And I'm like, I turned to Daisy and I said, that is a winner. She's great. There it is. Boom. You know, you can check the cameras and you see Jordan doing that. You check the camera, you see other people. We have a very good team now, but in the past I've seen people not working. And it's obvious because they're on camera. Do you like having the cameras in there? Is that good? Because I always see you doing good things. I always hear you guys doing great things on the phone. But seriously, I mean, do you like knowing that I actually know what actually happened? Or do you prefer it to be like a he said, she said scenario where I don't actually know?
No, we actually honestly joke about it in the shop.
Yeah.
I know you probably can't hear the music that's playing. Well, I guess it's playing up here too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're dancing around. We're having a good time. Yeah. Our shenanigans are our shenanigans, but it kind of limits us to know that we can't do certain things because we're on camera. But at the same time,
but seriously, that's kind of what it's supposed to do a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But you've actually mentioned it to me in shop too that when you've seen me on the camera, you like that I'm laughing, I'm smiling with my clients. And I mean, the camera doesn't affect that at all.
Okay.
But it's nice to have it there.
What would you say is the biggest difference working at Elephant in the Room as opposed to other places you've worked at in the past?
Oh, man. Like, the girls covered it all, too. I love not having a phone in the shop. I mean, it's hard to cut hair with a phone on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Or having to stop what you're doing to talk to somebody else. So having the call center that books or schedules all of our clients, being fully booked out for the day is such a reassuring thing. You know, not saying, well, I'm going to just leave because I haven't had a haircut in 2 hours versus,
the call center, people don't realize that. Having a call center, that eats about 9% of all revenue.
Absolutely.
To fund that thing, But I really do think it makes a better experience, for you. I don't know. Jordan, do you like not having to answer your phone in the store? Is that a big thing for you? Does that mean, is that like a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, yes, this is the best thing ever, or 1 not caring? How would you rate the importance of not having phones to interrupt you while you're trying to cut hair?
Well, it is really nice, and also not only with the call center, but the people up front as well that help out, the managers.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to deal with checking out or, booking or anything like that, or any issues. They handle all of that, so we just are there to do our job.
Well, thank you, you three, the triumvirate, the triple threat, the trinity of greatness. I appreciate you guys for doing a great job. You do a great job each and every week. And again, thank you, because there are great employees out there. If you're listening out there and you're going, I can't find good employees, the problem is you're not looking hard enough. You're not recruiting enough. You're not doing that, because there are great people out there. Now, there are a lot of jackasses. If you look up the U.S. Chamber statistics, it does show that 75% of employees steal from the workplace, and that's unfortunate. But there are statistics from the Washington Post that show that 78% of men cheat on their spouse, so it's the same 70-something% of people. Turns out humanity has some issues. Go to Life Church. Figure it out there. But seriously, we've got great people, and I just refuse to accept having mediocre people. So thank you guys for making my job much, much easier. And without any further ado, we'll end the show with a boom. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom.